I watched the shards of rubber scatter across the field. My son's cleats shredded like paper beneath my sister's sneer. "He needed a humility lesson," she said, lips curling, eyes sharp with something I refused to name. The crowd around us murmured, parents glancing with awkward sympathy. My own parents, my supposed pillars, chuckled behind their hands. Drama, my mother whispered. Always drama with him. I felt my chest tighten, a weight pressing into the floor of my stomach. My son looked at me, confusion in his wide eyes, the same eyes that had trusted me to protect him. I forced a smile, bending down to pick up the torn cleats. Inside, a storm was building. Life had been orderly before that day. I was the parent who stayed late at work, but never missed a recital, a game, a milestone. I prided myself on stability, on the quiet rhythm of family, on trust that had been earned through years of small sacrifices. My son thrived on it. And my parents, my sister, they were supposed to love us without conditions. Or so I thought. It started with little things. Often comments that stung more than intended. The way my sister's gaze lingered on my son with something unreadable. My parents' laughter that never reached their eyes. I dismissed them at first, thinking I was overreacting. I was wrong. The cleats were the first undeniable evidence. I watched the edges of my son's world splinter. He didn't understand why this was happening. Neither did I, at first, not fully. Then the signs became impossible to ignore. Receipts vanished. Emails got lost. Minor accidents at home suddenly seemed more frequent, more deliberate. My instincts tightened like a fist. The breaking point came the next morning. My father appeared at my door, stiff as a soldier, eyes cold and demanding. "You owe us for his hospital bills," he said, voice clipped, as if I had orchestrated my son's injuries. My blood ran icy. "Excuse me," I asked, testing my calm. His hand dropped a crumpled envelope onto my counter. "This is what you owe. No excuses." I took it. Read it. Closed it. And then I smiled, not the smile you expect, not relief or joy, but a quiet, lethal smile. The moment crystallized everything: betrayal, manipulation, greed, everything they had hidden behind smiles and family dinners. I didn't call. I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I prepared. Every conversation, every text, every careless remark they had made, I archived it. Photos of the cleats, timestamps, witness statements from parents at the tournament, medical bills that contradicted their stories, videos of my sister's smirk, of my parents' laughter when my son was humiliated. I built a web, intricate and silent. A quiet trap. Weeks passed. I acted normal. I asked about family matters, invited them over, kept the facade of harmony. All the while, the evidence accumulated, pieces fitting together like a puzzle. I wasn't being emotional. I was being methodical, and for the first time, I felt a pulse of real power. The showdown came at my lawyer's office. I invited them, casually, mentioning the dispute over the bills. Their arrogance preceded them. They assumed I would cave. They assumed I didn't know. I laid out the timeline, the documents, the photographs, the witness accounts. My father's jaw tightened. My mother's face fell, and my sister's eyes widened in disbelief. The calm in my voice sliced through the tension. "Everything you said," I said slowly, deliberately, Everything you did to my son, to me it's documented, every action, every lie, every cruel word. You demanded payment for an injury you caused, and now you will answer for it." The room went silent, heavy and suffocating. My parents sputtered. My sister tried to interrupt, her arrogance crumbling under the weight of undeniable proof. But I didn't flinch. I didn't raise my voice. The law, the facts, and the moral clarity of my actions did the work. By the time they left, the power dynamic had shifted irrevocably. I had won. My son's dignity, my own peace, restored. They would think twice before crossing me or harming him again. The sweetness wasn't in shouting or revenge for its own sake. It was in precision, in seeing justice unfold quietly, invisibly, but irrevocably. Later that night, I watched my son sleep, small hands curled against the blanket. I laid his new cleats beside him, pristine and waiting for tomorrow. He would never know the war that had been waged for him, the careful chess moves made to ensure his safety, and he wouldn't need to. I closed the door, breathed, and smiled once more, calm, cold, satisfied, because sometimes the strongest love is the quietest, the sharpest, the one that waits until the moment it must strike. And when it does, it leaves nothing standing in its path.